are drifting beyond the reach of every familiar map, in a place where the darkness feels thick as velvet. The clock stopped ticking when we passed the final satellite. Now there is only the vibration of the engine breathing steady and slow against the hollow chest of the cabin, while the stars blur into long streaks of liquid pearl. Float until the weight of the name is forgotten, like a vastly swallow the sound of the old world. We are suspended in the velvet fold of the void, moving without moving across the frozen light through the silent tide of an endless velvet ocean, where the deep pulse keeps the soul from drifting too far. Float until the weight of the name is forgotten, let the vastness swallow the sound of the old world. We are suspended in the velvet fold of the void, moving without moving across the frozen light through the silent tide of an endless velvet ocean, where the deep pulse keeps the soul from drifting too far. Patterns of static dance on the glass of the observation bay, like sparks from a fire that went out a billion years ago. I watched the nebula swirl in buckets of violet and indigo.
Waiting for the beat to land in the center of my heart.
The metals move softly as they settle into the cold.
If the warmth inside is a steady synthetic glow.
No direction matters when the horizon is a circle, and every breath is a ghost in the machinery.
Float until the weight of the name is forgotten, let the vastness swallow the sound of the old world. We are suspended in the velvet fold of the void, moving without moving across the frozen light through the silent tide of an endless velvet ocean, where the deep pulse keeps the soul from drifting too far. Float until the
rings dancing to a steady beat. Coolness rising from the midday heat. Indigo shadows stretch along the shore. Feeling the weight of the world no more. Hollow guitars hum a wooden song. This is the place where the days belong. Tracing the salt on the limestone edge. Living a life on the water's ledge. Salt on my skin under the golden flare. The tides are calling through the hazy air. Waves rolling slow in a velvet line. Lost in the pulse of the coast divine. Azure horizon, where the sun goes down. Sinking away from the noise of the town. Floating away on a hollow reef. Nature provides every simple need. Citrus and jasmine in the evening breeze. Walking through orchards of olive trees. Low heavy chords move the evening ground. Silence is found in the deepest sound. No more tomorrow and no more past. Hold on to moments that never last. Salt on my skin under the golden flare. Tides are calling through the hazy air. Waves rolling slow in a velvet line. Lost in the pulse of the coast divine. Azure horizon, where the sun goes down. Sinking away from the noise of the town. Circuit poles moving through the floor. Davis dreams knocking at the door. Silicone dreams in a steady climb. Calculated steps wasn't out of time. The current flows with the shadows bend. A digital loop that will never end. Fields of light in a single screen. Secret code with the sequence hit. Mechanical breath in a hollow chest, hollow chest. The low frequency put to the test, to the test. Copper white humming, soft and deep. While we're resting, the city falls asleep. Heavy beat is a measured thought. In the tangle web that the signal caught. Heavy waves on a velvet plane. Searching for the sun through the plastic grain. 0-1 in a velvet slide. Nowhere folder goes too high. Metallic soul in a steady frame. Lost in a world without a name. Shifted gears in a hollow tone. Building a kingdom on my own. The gravity pulls a heavy sound. Where a silent truth is finally found. A jagged spark in a polished room, chasing the fade of a synthetic bloom, a synthetic bloom. The vibration holds us in a tag, cutting the path to the static night. No need for walls in a wired brain, only the pressure and the sweet refrain. A live vibration that cannot break. Realizing how much the spirits take. Circuit breaks in a copper frame. Steady pulse with no human name. Between the wires where the light is thin. The digital breath is settling in. Ooh, I feel the drag of the heavy load. Lapping the grid where the currents go. 1, 2, 1 is a steady beat. Measured strides on a silent street. Sinister shadows across the floor. A coded knock on an open door. The low end swings in a velvet arc. Tracing the lines of the velvet dark. System humming a steady flow. Moving fast but feeling slow. Fragmented voices in the street. Waking up from a plastic dream. System humming steady flow. Oh, 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 oh. Everything we think we know. Oh, 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 oh. System humming steady flow. Moving fast but feeling slow. Fragmented voices in the street. Waking up from a plastic dream. System humming steady flow. Everything we think we know. Soft and waves in a silver wash. The pressure builds in a sudden rush. From the ground to the ceiling fan. Further away from the heart of man. Transition slides like a ghost in gears. Filtering out the remaining fears. Sharp percussion against the grain. A calculated kind of rain. But the metal throat begins to stutter. Words that carbon could never utter. Locked in the groove of white machine. Keeping the hollow spaces clear. System humming a steady flow. Moving fast but feeling slow. Fragmented voices in the street. Waking up from a plastic dream. System humming a steady flow. Everything we think we know. System humming a steady flow. Moving fast but feeling slow. Fragmented voices in the street. Waking up from a plastic dream. System humming a steady flow. Everything we think we know. Stand still in my shoes. Sunburn on my shoulders. Your name on my screen. Unread. Slow drip from the faucet. Cold cup on the counter. I replay what you said in my head. Low tide on my mind. Everything pulled back, but you were still rising. I'm staring at the ceiling, waiting on a way that never hits the shore. Low tide on my mind. Calm on the surface, I'm wild inside. You're there in the silence, fading like a footprint at the door. Oh yeah. Forks left in the sink. Your jacket on the chair. Still talking till you go.
spaces we lack, breathing with the rhythm on what we left behind. Still water on my skin, your echo in the brine. Low tide on my mind, everything pulled back, but you still right. I'm staring at the ceiling, waiting on a wave that never hits the shore. Low tide on my mind, calm on the surface, I'm wild inside. You're there in the silence, fading like a footprint at the door. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Moving through the concrete shadows, the heavy pulses underneath my feet. Every window holds a different story, but I am drifting where the currents meet. The asphalt hums a steady sequence, a velvet logic in the moving air. I do not need a map to follow, the weight of sound is all I have to bear. Electric water flows across the pavement. The city breathes in circles, slow and wide. We are the motion in the quiet spaces. With nothing left that we are forced to hide. The static fades into a deeper ceiling, a gravity that pulls us through the dark. We find a frequency between the silence and leave behind a tiny glowing spark. The ceiling glass are leaning in to listen to secrets whispered in a low vibration. I see the world in fragments of the light, a temporary kind of liberation. My shadow stretches out towards the river. The heavy string is pulling on my chest. I find the center of the spinning wheel and let the weary engine take a rest. Electric water flows across the pavement. The city breathes in circles, slow and wide. We are the motion in the quiet spaces. With nothing left that we are forced to hide. The static fades into a deeper feeling, a gravity that pulls us through the dark. We find the frequency between the silence and leave behind a tiny glowing spark. No one is waiting at the final station. The clock is giving up its steady climb. We are the ghosts of our own expectations, carved inside the fabric of the time. I feel the pavement turning into liquid, the new horizon merging with the street. A thousand faces blurred into a vision. The cycle of the day is now complete. Electric water flows across the pavement. The city breathes in circles, slow and wide. We are the motion in the quiet spaces. With nothing left and we are forced to hide. The static fades into a deeper lever, a gravity that pulls us through the dark. We find a frequency between the silence and leave behind
The velvet black expands before my sight. No gravity to hold the shifting weight. A pulse emerges from the distant light. The engine hums against the silent state. The constellations curve in arching lines. We drift beyond the reach of solar wind, where every atom gracefully aligns, and where the ancient narrative begins. Liquid movements through the heavy dark. The pressure of the void is soft and deep. Each glowing nebula, a fleeting spark, while civilizations fall away to sleep. Tracing circles on the map of stars, through waves of violet and indigo. We leave behind the ghost of near and far, moving where the steady currents flow. Into the center of the breathing light, where time is measured by the glowing dust. We float upon the everlasting tide. In nothingness we place our final trust. The resonance is pulling at the core, a grand design in every vacant space. We find the truth we never saw before, within the silence of the sacred place. Particles collide without a sound, a symphony of motion in the core. No footprints on this celestial crown, just mysteries that wait to be unrolled. Bass vibrates within the hollow bone, an anchor in the vast and shimmering sea. Although we travel through the great unknown, this emptiness is where we wander free. Into the center of the breathing white, where time is measured by the glowing dust. We float upon the everlasting tide. In nothingness we place our final trust. The resonance is pulling at the core, a grand design of every vacant space. We guide the truth we never saw before, within the silence of the sacred place.
Orange fire paints the edge of the sky, where the sword up meets the calm tide. Gold dust settles on the rolling foam, walking slow on a path toward home. Metal hollow rings against the breeze, soft vibrations moving through the trees. Deep foundation shaking in the sand, pieces holding on to every hand. Amber light begins to fade and glow. Let the heavy curtain take it low. Warmth is wrapping out, cool and sure. We don't need the daylight anymore. Underneath the purple velvet veil, watching every single passing cell.
fading glow. Let the heavy current take it low. Warmth is wrapping round the cooling shore. We don't need the daylight anymore. Underneath the purple velvet veil, washing every single passing sail, sinking down into the velvet blue. Everything is coming back to you. Hollow bells are singing to the moon. Steady pulses find a different tune. Liquid iron moving in the dark, floating upward from a tiny spark.
Caught in clouds are drifting far away, counting down the ending of the day. Every layer folding in the heat, feeling every heartbeat in our feet. Amber light begins to fade and glow. Let the heavy current take it low. Warmth is wrapping around the cooling shore. We don't need the daylight anymore. Underneath the purple velvet veil, watching every single passing cell, sinking down into the velvet blue. Everything is coming back to you. Amber light begins to fade and glow. Let the heavy current take it low. Warmth is wrapping around the cooling shore. We don't need the daylight anymore.
Sand in my shoes, folded chair, tasty cup. You laugh, spill a little, say you'll never grow up. Salt on your lips, skin tasting like the sea you press. Play on your playlist and lean back into me. Ooh, ooh. Keep this sunset on repeat. Same sky, same song, same breeze. You and I, slow tide to the tide, moving easy. You breathe, you breathing on me. Keep this sunset on repeat. Don't rush, let the world fade deep. All I need, your head on my shoulder till the colors fall asleep. Ooh. Your tangled hair, wind draws lines through the light. You draw hearts on my arm in the corners I hide. You say, stay late, I say I'm already gone. Drifting somewhere between your heartbeat and this song, yeah. Keep this sunset on repeat. Same sky, same song, same breeze. You and I, slow tide to the tide, moving easy. You breathe, you breathing on me. Keep this sunset on repeat. Don't rush, let the world fade deep. All I need, your head on my shoulder till the colors fall asleep. Ooh, if this is all we ever are, bare feet in a borrowed car, I'd still meet you right here every golden hour. Keep this sunset on repeat. Same sky, same song, same breeze. You and I, slow tide to the tide, moving easy. You breathe easy, you breathing on me. Keep this sunset on repeat. Don't rush, let the world fade deep. All I need, your head on my shoulder till the colors fall asleep. Ooh.
in the grid where the currents go. 1, 2, 1 is a steady beat. Measure strides on a silent street. Synthesize shadows across the floor. A coded knock on an open door. The low end swings in a velvet art, tracing the lines through the velvet dark. System hum and the steady flow, moving fast but feeling slow. Fragmented voice in mainstream, waking up from a plastic dream. System hum and the steady flow, everything we think we know. System hum and the steady flow, moving fast but feeling slow. Fragmented voices in the stream, waking up from a plastic dream. System hum and the steady flow, everything we think we know. Softened waves and a silver wash, the pressure builds in a sudden rush. From the ground to the ceiling fan, further away from the heart of man. The transition slides like a ghost in gears, filtering out the remaining fears. Sharp percussion against the grain, a calculated kind of rain. The metal throat begins to stutter, words the cover could never utter. Locked in the groove of a wide machine, keeping the hollow spaces clean. stand still in my shoes, sunburn on my shoulders, your name on my screen, unread. Slow drip from the faucet, cold cup on the counter. I replay what you said in my head. Low tide on my mind, everything pulled back, but you still rise. I'm staring at the ceiling, waiting on a wave that never hits the shore. Low tide on my mind, come on the surface, I'm wild inside. Get there in the silence, fading like a footprint at the door. Forks left in the sink, your jacket on the chair, still talking to your ghost out loud, out loud. Clock stuck at 11, same song on repeat. I pretend I'm better somehow. Low tide on my mind, everything pulled back, but you still rise. I'm staring at the ceiling, waiting on a wave that never hits the shore. Low tide on my mind, calm on the surface, I'm wild inside. You're there in the silence, fading like a footprint at the door. Maybe it's okay if you don't call back. I'll learn how to sway to the spaces we left, breathing with the rhythm of what we left behind. Still water on my skin, your echo in the brine. Whoa. Low tide on my mind, everything pulled back, but you still rise. I'm staring at the ceiling, waiting on a wave that never hits the shore. Low tide on my mind, calm on the surface, I'm wild inside. You're there in the silence, fading like a footprint at the door. Oh yeah. Streetlights bleed into the damn concrete, chasing ghosts of tires on a one-way path. The engine hums a low-frequency prayer, while the skyline holds its breath in the cold. Gravity pulls at the edge of the velvet, wait for the signal to dissolve into clay. Reflections fracture on the windshield glass, moving through the marrow of the iron grid. No destination, just the drift of the tide. The dashboard glow is the only sun I know, filling up with the bass. We are the pulse beneath the pavement stones, lost in the circulation of the midnight flames, where the silence screams in a long distance call. Trace the architecture of a restless spring, flowing sudden wail from a dozen blocks away, cutting through the haze like a jagged blade. It fades before the questions can arise, leaving only the throb of the hidden speakers,
Shadows stretching.
longer than the streets, weaving through the skeletons of the towers. Fingertips tracing the arc of the wheel, synchronized with the click of the turn signal. The air is thick with the scent of the rain and the steady thrum of a heart made of chrome. Nothing is solid in the blur of emotion, just a sequence of lights in a cooling void. Lost in the circulating of the midnight lanes, where the silence screams and long distance call trace the architecture